the Speed Force Racing GP4 division, where the championship will be decided tonight between Air Slim and Die36. My name is Train Well, and tonight I'm gonna have a co-commentator alongside me, which is SFR Mansell. So Mansell, the question is to you, who's gonna be the champion tonight?
Very good question. 4 points is the difference between these two. Basically, whoever wins today will be crowned the champion. A bit like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton last year around this track as well. It's hard to say really. Looking at the championship, I'm going to load this up quickly. I'm going to have a look. Who's got the most wins? Whoever's got the most wins, I think is going to win the championship, and that is Die. I think Die's going to win the championship. There you go. Sorry, Slim, but yeah, no offense, Slim, but yeah, Die. I'm going with Die.
That's our preview prediction, but firstly we have the qualifying session, and that's something where I'm just in time is a master is, and also Die can put on a very quick lap. But let's see who's gonna be in front of who. It's quite cloudy actually here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this. I think it's this track and Bahrain. You're expecting no rain whatsoever, but I have seen a league where they have had some rain around Abu Dhabi before. Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, you shouldn't expect really any rain around Abu Dhabi, so you should expect everyone to have dry setups on as well. So yeah. This tyres actually first out on track as well, so and the Mercedes.
Yes, he is, and this is also the old part of the track, which they didn't use in the real life race, as the first chicane is removed, and also at the end of the second DRS zone.
Yeah. See, this is one of the things I'm looking forward to in the new games. Is they use updated new tracks around Abu Dhabi, Australia, and Spain, and of course Miami, brand new track coming into the game. So there's a lot of new exciting features coming up. Of course, the game actually comes out tomorrow if you've got the Champions Edition. But I have got the Champions Edition, but I don't think I'll be jumping on straight away, as I have got the race tomorrow as well. So yeah, really exciting to see 22 coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I have pre-ordered the standard edition, and so I will be playing Friday night, the new game. But enough about that one. We're gonna focus on the qualifying, where Kaya is setting up his lap, taking a wide entry up to turn 1, 90-degree corner, where a lot of things can happen in the first lap. This part is all part of following each other. But then the first chicane comes, which you need to do quite aggressively, probably hitting the inside curve to have the best entry possible. And this section is all setting up for your first DRS zone, as Kaya takes a really wide line. But here comes the first DRS zone, where overtakes can be made when the chicane is coming up. But the problem is that if you overtake, you might get re-overtaken back after this chicane, as Kaya runs completely over the curbs. And here we have the second DRS zone, so now we're going to the chicane that's been removed in real life, but we're going to race on this game. Running side by side is quite difficult, and now we're going into the more technical part, where overtaking is nearly impossible. And here at the hotel section, where ditching the brake is also quite an don't know really much to say, but we're going to the end of the lap. Last two 90-degree corners. Don't expect much miracles here. but that's a lap around the Yes Marina circuit, and it's a 1:39.1 from Kaya.
Yep. Of course, expect those times to get faster throughout the session, as people will, of course, be starting to get more and more used to the track. But yellow flags in the sector 1. That is for Sonic Hawk. Sonic Hawk crashed out. Luckily, he was ghosted for Kaya, so he was able to carry on. Shadow Lancer to the 140.136, and nearly loses it as well, going through the third corner. And then Biff, new name, I've never seen this name before. Biff with the 140.5 and an unbeaten side. 138.3. Third one is in 1:38. Pole up today, I'm going to say a 37.9.
I personally haven't got the clue how fast the lap time around here is, but
Okay,
I'm just in time.
It's already been beaten, alright then.
Yeah, that's our mistake of the week, I'd probably say, but 35 is the benchmark for now. Let's see if someone is gonna beat that time. Eric Slim has also time on the board, it's a 1:46, so that's a slow banker. And he is now going for it at it again. With Dai currently in the pits, waiting for his moment.
Yep, Slim is up to 9th at the moment with the 1:46.7. He's about nearly 9 seconds off the pole lap, but I'm guessing that is just for another extra out lap, and he's actually on another lap now. He's about 2 seconds up on his sector 1 time, as expected, because that was a very slow lap. Now 6.8 seconds off on his time. So at the moment, he's looking quite strong. If he gains about another 3 seconds, he can potentially go provisional pole. So that's how he does in sector 3. Probably the most difficult part of the track is sector 3. Mainly being is that there's a lot more corners in sector 1 or 2. And if you could get the braking zones spot on, some beaten Sino has actually crashed out as well. So that's another victim into the walls. As Slim comes up the final corner now, and he will go pole with 1:35.4. So yeah, very good lap there from Slim.
Yeah, quite interesting how Unbeaten Sign managed to crash at that place, but that's, I think, something for later on.
If I remember from last season, I think if you go wide at the penultimate corner and hit that curve on the outside, it can send you into a spin and normally into that wall. I think that's what's happened to Unbeaten Sign.
Alright, we are following Paul, who is doing a lap on the mediums with a 37.1. Paul has been promoted last week to our race winner, as Eric Slim got penalized for overtaking offside the track to Shadow Lancer. So he dropped to third, and Paul is your race winner from last week, and he currently is in 5th place, but also has a very good rhythm normally in race trim. So maybe he is kind of a dark horse for the win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Shadow Lancer is also in this constructor's fight. Of course, there is still a constructor's fight as well. It's most likely we'll see that Williams will wrap it up, of course, because they are actually 43 points ahead of Aston Martin. So Aston Martin needs to get a 1-2 finish with the fastest lap and hope that both of the Williams finish outside the points. That is the only way that Aston Martin can win the constructors from now on. So yeah, we should expect the Williams team to also win it. So that'd be very nice for Dai if he also gets the Drivers' Championship as well.
And I was following MCFC, who crashed in the wall and now is resetting to the track. Don't think that's going to be a penalty, as this is the last race of the season, but
yeah, it is. He'll get away with that. It is the final race of the season, so I think he'll get away with that. If he was in the race, he'll probably get a penalty added on, but as it's qualifying, I think we'll let him off with that.
And we all know that we have a battle for the championship, but for third place is also quite an exciting one with Peldigaris on 150 points, but he can't race due to his work commitments. Then we have Cox on the same amount of points, but that's for a month already that they are equal on points. 5 points behind his last week's winner, Paul. Then 7 points behind Peldigaris is Shadow Lancer, and one unbeaten sign could also contend for that third place. He is 13 points behind, but as you're filling this class, everything is possible. So we also have a fight for the bronze medal.
Yeah, I didn't actually realise how big of the fight was for the P3. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 guys. It's all the way down between P3 and P8 can all take that P3 position away today. So yeah, that's actually really close to that P3 position. Let's see how we can take that P3 position today then.
Yes, and as you also probably might know, that Cox always makes it difficult for himself and starts always from the back and still manages to get into the top 3. And also got the race win when he raced for the last time, I believe. So
he did this in when he was in GP3. He always did it, and I think he's still carrying on with the tradition of not qualifying in the league, of course. Basically, if he ever got a qualifying ban, then he would not care because he didn't even participate in qualifying at all. So yeah, but I'm guessing this is a good strategy for Gogs. You know, I think I know why he does it. It's just so he can avoid the lap 1 carnage at the start, and so that he can really get on with his race. Sometimes it might work out for him. There might be like a massive collision, a lot of people losing their front wings on the first lap, and that's why you get into the top 10, top 5 so quickly. Sometimes it might not work here because obviously people are, you know, keeping it clean and cool and calm. That's the days when he does lose out from qualifying, well, from not qualifying.
I've also seen races from Gox that he starts on the medium, and whenever a safety car comes, he puts on a new brand of soft.
Yeah. Maybe, well, he's a kind of a guy that Tim and Oliver used to commentate on GP4 in Season 7 and Season 8. And there was a guy in there called Psychomich. And he did used to qualify, but he never qualified in the top 10, and he always used to start on hards. So Gogs is kind of, in a way, the new Psychomich.
Yeah, I could remember him as well, that he always started on the harder tire, and always got a good result at the end. But we're focusing now on the qualifying, where I'm just in time. Improved this time on the soft, but it didn't change the position. With both Aston Martins out on the medium, they always try to improve their soft lap time, but I haven't seen it work out regularly. But we're gonna
Dai's done well. I'm pretty sure he's just done that lap. Like he's just done on the medium tyres, and he's gone up to P4 at the moment. Yeah, he's gone up to P4 on those medium tyres, so that's a great lap there from Dai. So I think both of the Aston Martins did their last lap on the soft tyres, but Slim is also on a lap right now on the medium tyres, so this will also be a good lap from Slim if he can improve on the medium tyres.
Yeah, after 2 sectors he was 1300 above his time, so it's this is the part that's more difficult with the mediums than the soft on one lap, I believe.
Yeah. Cause get more grip, and he's actually abandoned the lap as well, so look like he can improve on the medium tyres. So yeah, already interested by the 2 championship contenders, one starting on a medium possibly and the other starting on the softs.
Yes, we haven't got much people on the lap. We're following Biff, who was quite new to this division.
Yeah.
I think
I've never seen him before, so I'm guessing this is his first race in this league. So yeah, welcome Biff, welcome to the league. Hope you enjoy your stay, and we'll hope to see you next season, hopefully.
From my memory, he did some races earlier this season, but that it's really short term, and I think he also retired in a few. But hopefully he will end up on a high tonight.
Yeah, as he actually has invalidated as well, so that's his lap over. I think Ryan Van Doom's on, and Ryan Van Doom's invalidated as well. So
Yeah.
at the moment, I don't think anyone's on the lap. No one's on the lap. No one is not on the lap at the moment.
Yes, and talking about Ryan Van Doom, I haven't seen him in this position for the whole season. Normally he is just outside the top 10, but currently he is in the mid pack, and that's quite okay for AlphaTauri standards.
Yeah.
We have
MCFC, we've actually got someone starting a lap. MCFC is about to begin his lap right now, currently P10 with a 1 minute 37.642. So he'll be looking to improve on that and maybe get himself in a comfortable top 10 position. With 3 minutes to go in this session as well.
Yeah, MCFC was right in the beginning of the season fighting with Peldicaris for at that point the championship, and at that point we didn't even knew that it was going to be Dai and Slim at the end, but MCFC and Peldicaris have had pretty much at every round a last lap battle, where MCFC always was going out as the loser, as he always picked up a penalty or more. But he completely dropped that form from that point on, and now he is more outside the track than he is on the track the last few races, I believe.
Yeah, MCFC, I know him, well, not personally, but he has been in GP4 for a while now, and he's normally there or thereabouts in the top 4, well, top 10 in the championship normally. He's been in GP4 for a couple of seasons now, I think about season 8, season 7 even maybe. He's gone really wide there, so that might have ended his lap right there, but he can carry on if he wants to, as he hasn't invalidated. But yeah, MCFC, I do know him on the track, and he's actually going to carry on with the lap. I don't think he will improve. No. Oh yes, he did by 3 tenths. Okay. People going wide, so maybe he's going again. Well, they have to if he is, as he went wide in sector 3. So that's most of the goes off the track there. Able to save it. Yeah, let's see if he can improve at the end.
We are following Glass, who was sitting in P5 and he abandoned his lap, so his qualifying will be over. Dai has now moved on to the soft, and that isn't an invalidation by the game. It was a track limit.
No. Apparently it was not. He's got his teammate Shadowlancer behind him, so Shadowlancer on the medium, maybe trying to get some slipstream on the back straight, so they're both on a lap as well. So good communication between these two already.
Eric Slim had his lap invalidated, so he might just get a little chance to go for another lap. But we will be focusing on Dai for the moment, and let's see if he can put it on pole for the final race of the season.
Yeah, this has to be his lap of the season. He has to be like right next to Slim. He's currently 3 tenths up on his time. So it is close at the moment between Slim and Dai, but now he's in sector 3, where it matters the most. As I'm just in time, as disqualified for going the wrong way. That is something we hope we won't see in the new game, is people getting disqualified for stupid things like that. But Slim now, not Slim, sorry, Dai, coming around the 2 final corners, he has to improve. To go next to Slim, will he improve? Yes, he does. Under a tenth between these two.
So that's our championship contenders on the front row. That's the best scene at the moment, but we are also following the other ones, as we are following Energy Dare for the moment, who has won a race this season, the quite hectic one at Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, he has improved massively from season 9. I know he turned some kind of assists off for season 9, and I have seen him a massive improvement from him throughout this season. Of course, like you said, getting that win in Brazil. So yeah, Dan's on really good form at the moment.
Around the final corner he goes, and he backed off, so he doesn't want to finish on these tyres. Ryan Verdoe.
Slim, he is on a lap, coming through the final 2 corners. Oh, he nearly loses it, and he's actually forgotten that lap, so that is it, but it won't matter anyway, because I think he's going on par. Rhinoceros, I think he's just joined us. He's actually invalidated, so yeah, that would be it.
So that's your final qualifying session of the season, and for some of these drivers also their last qualifying on the game. So Eric Slim starts in pole position with a 1:35.4, is 700 faster than Die 36 on the 1 lap pace, and he cut the back of his teammate right behind him in 3rd place. That's your top 3, and we'll go through the results very shortly. Here they are. In 4th we have Glass. 5th Ryan Verdoe, 6th Energy on the mediums, same as for pole. MCFC starts 8th. Mindful was 9th. Shadow Lancer starts 10th on the mediums. That could be an interesting strategic thing for the race. Unbeaten Sign qualified outside the top 10 after crash out. Kaya 12th. Biff 13th, and without the timer Sonigo, Rhinoceros, Gox, and I'm Just in Time who got disqualified for going the wrong way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there from I'm Just in Time. He was in P3, I think it would have been about P4 if he didn't get disqualified, but now I know why, now we know why Dan decided not to improve on his lap. Was because his last lap that he improved on was on the medium tyres, and he will start 7th on the medium tyres, so yeah. So that's pretty much a great beginning there from Dan already.
Yes, it really is, and starting on the mediums might be a little bit of an advantage if we look into the strategies. I have done a race where you could do a 1-stop, but to do a 2-stop is also possible. But knowing that there was a safety car in pretty much every race, I don't expect we're gonna see a 1-stopper here or a 2-stopper on 100% green racing. But we'll see how the strategies are gonna play out.
Yeah. Another thing I'm looking forward to in the 22 game is that the top 10 tyre rule, the qualifying will not be a thing. So basically, if you qualify on the mediums and do 22 game in the top 10, it will not matter, because that's now out, and you will be able to choose whatever tyre you want to start on. So yeah, I think strategy in the new game, when that comes out and we get league racing back underway on the new game, strategy won't really not really mean that much anymore. It will be down to pure pace, which I like to see. That's what it should be. I think in league racing it should be mainly down to pure pace, and of course a little bit of strategy. So I think they've got the right kind of how do you say it, consistency, I'll say, I guess, between strategy and pure pace. So yeah, so that's another thing I'm looking forward to.
Yes, indeed, and also that we can see only softs in the qualifying. As personally, I'm not really a fan of using or qualifying on the mediums, just to look forward into the race. That was in the past that you qualify on your race field when the times were 5 seconds slower. But we're gonna through the grid once more. You know the top 2, that's our championship contenders, Air Slim and Die. Whoever comes in front is be called the champion of GP4 for season 10.
Yeah.
Hunter starts in P3, probably will help his teammate, like Paris did to Verstappen in real life. Glass starts from 4th, Ryan Verdon 5th, Angie Dan and Paul on the mediums, MCFC and 8 on soft, Mindful was also the soft. Charlance starts from 10th on the mediums, normally does a better race than his qualifying, so hopefully he can help Die out with his race plan. Outside the top 10 we have Unbeaten Sign on the medium, Kai on the medium and Biff on the medium. Sonic Golf starts on the soft, Cenas for Rananasaurus, if I pronounce it correctly. 16th is Cox, who always starts on the harder tire and then puts 600 seconds of softs on. And in 17th we have I'm Just in Time on the mediums, who got disqualified from the qualifying, as we lost Mindful was on the formation lap.
Yep. So I'm Just in Time. I know that we'll be mainly looking at both championship contenders today between Slim and Dye, but I think we should also look at as I'm Just in Time, as he did quite a good job in qualifying, but of course he got disqualified at the end of the session. So he'll definitely be looking at looking up towards the field and getting through the field as quickly as possible to maybe get into the top 5 finish at the end.
This is the moment where the GP4 drivers all have been waiting for, the final race where the championship is going to be decided between Eric, Slim and Dye. Who is going to be the first one going into turn 1 and who is going to be the winner after 28 laps of racing. We all gonna know in 45 to 50 minutes. The lights are coming on now, 5 red lights, and we are underway for the Speed Force Racing GP4 division last race with Eric Slim got an amazing start, leads into turn 1 with Dye in 2nd and Hunter stays in 3rd. Glass stays also in 4th, so the top 4 stays the same. Then we have Energy Dan on the mediums moving directly up the 5th place, which gets under pressure by Ryan Van for 5th place. Paul also defends from MCFC, but Unbeaten Sign got pushed off by all his internet glitching a bit. Some front wing damage I saw, but Gox already moves up to P11. Alphasaurus is out, so that might already be a safety car.
Contact between Gogs and Rhinoceros, and we've got a virtual safety car. Yeah, some contact there between Gogs and Rhinoceros, and Rhinoceros is into the wall and is out of the race. Yeah, unfortunate there for Rhinoceros. As Chadwick said, didn't really get a great start, to be fair. I think he went down to P14 by the first chicane. But now he's back up to P12. Probably the main reason being is because he is on the medium tyres as well. So of course you'll get less grip off the start. But yeah, at least he hasn't lost his front wing and right in the back of the field. He's still in the race basically.
Yes, using the mediums in the mid pack of the start of the race could be a good or bad thing. It shows that it's not the best thing, but the mediums are usually made for an endurance stint and not for a sprint stint like sometimes the soft is. But we have the first lap done with Slim holding the lead against Dye, and we'll be waiting when we go back to green, as Sonic goes to the pits for probably a full wing damage.
Very soon, he's in lap. There we go. No, wait.
Dye has got a good run on Slim.
Oh, MCFC, he's also got a good run on Paul. They go side by side into the chicane, and Paul, of course, has the outside line and keeps his P7 position.
Moving back to the front with our championship contenders. Slim has got a better exit than Dye and is trying to break the slipstream from here on. Glass is putting the pressure on Hunter, who has been declared a number 2 driver of Aston Martin this season. But Glass also wants to get that podium place, which he got in Japan a few weeks ago, and wants to end up on a high. Energy then is doing a great job on the mediums, to be fair.
Yeah. If you can keep with these top 5, well, the top 4, then he'll definitely be gaining more places by the time he gets onto his soft stint. So that's what he just needs to do, is trying to keep on in the DRS of the top 4, then he should be okay from the guys behind him as well, as he's got Roma do behind him, but Origolas goes a bit wide, which will help Dan get that DRS. Dai also, he just needs to stay on that DRS of Slim. At the moment Slim does look like just a little bit faster than Dai at the early stages. That's what Dai needs to do as well, is just keeping the DRS of each other. Then he should be okay for later on.
DRS has been enabled, so drivers can use their DRS when they are 1 second of each other, and that's the thing for the top 2, and also in the mid pack from behind Glass. And we've also drivers into the pitch, which one of them is Shadow Lancer, who probably had from wing damage, and moves on to the hard.
The Slim already trying to break the slipstream from Dai down that straight. A bit of rivalry going on already in these early stages. Now the DRS is now enabled. Again, Dai will get another chance there and down the back straight. But I think, at the moment, I think Dai will be very comfortable where he is at the moment. Just, staying in the DRS of Slim at the moment. You don't really need to make any unnecessary dive bombs at this early stages of the Grand Prix. Just settle into your own race, get into a rhythm, and that's all you need to do. No mistakes, you'll be alright.
MCFC has overtaken Paul. Obviously there's a tire difference between them at this point of the race, but Paul will probably get the advantage at let's say about the next 8 to 10 laps. Then all the softs might go into the pit for the mediums, or do another set of soft if they want to do a 2-stop. And the fastest of the top 3 has been Hunter with a 1:40.0. But they are...
Yeah. Oh, Slim's lost it. He's round. Slim is round.
Oh, but he lost it from wing.
He's lost it from wing as well. That's massive. That is huge. Absolutely huge for the championship. That has definitely gone Dai's way now. He's completely lost his front wing. Slim is pretty much out of this championship fight now. All he needs to hope for now is just a safety car. That's the only thing he can hope for now. That has blown the championship completely out the window.
And also he just cost the car park at the chicane, which costed Mindful Wasp also his front wing, as he hit at the rear of as well Paul. Not much he could have avoided from there, but this is a massive blow to championship of Eric Slim, and a massive gift for Dai, who is now into the lead of Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Dai now, he just needs to calm down. He's seen the mistake from Slim. He knows that he's got damage now. Dai just needs to, keep focused and make sure he doesn't make the kind of mistake that Slim has just done, and then he should be okay for the rest of the race. He's already 2 seconds ahead of Hunter K as well, so he just needs to stay focused for the rest of the Grand Prix.
And Hunter also lost suddenly a second to Dai. Don't know if that happened at the accident, but it's not the thing as Martin would have hoped for. As Eric Slim is visiting the pits to get a new front wing.
Yeah, and as Dan's really close behind Origolas at the moment as well. Well, no, that's an AlphaTauri now round.
MCC is off.
MCFC. Yeah, pretty much the same place where Slim went off. It is a difficult corner, turn 3, high speed. Don't want to much turning, otherwise you will lose it back end. But yeah, Dan's really close to Origolas. Might gonna make a move now on Origolas down towards the chicane. And it looks a pretty easy move from Energy Dan, but Origolas will probably come back at him now, as now Origolas will get the DRS on Dan. Dan has a little bit more ERS deployment, so that will help in a bit, but again, DRS probably helps a lot more as Dan now keeps that P3 position, and now he might be on the chase to Hunter K. So Dan already on a really good result towards the end of Squad 3.
And it's currently on the podium right now, but that's quite early to say already, as there's a long race still ahead. But third place and starting on the medium, don't think you could have hoped for a much better beginning than Energy has for the first 5 laps.
Yeah, Paul just went really quite wide there on the penultimate corner, but gets away with it, I think. Now actually goes for the fastest lap as well. So Paul looking in good form at this stage of the Grand Prix as well, chasing down Oreo Glass for that P4 position.
Yes, and we know from Paul that he... Ryan van Doomsel! At
yes, that's the same place where MCFC's was in, and now we've got a safety car.
And that's the same that's the same corner where his teammate crashed a lap ago.
Yeah, it's that same place. I don't think MCFC got any damage from doing it last lap.
No.
I think he's carrying on, but now we've got a safety car. Slim, he's back in the race. Just about.
Yeah, quite sad that crash for Ryan Verdum, as he qualified in a best 5th place. After disqualification of just in time, of course, but Dai is losing the advantage he had to Hunter, but Slim has got his race back and really wants to have Dai in his mirrors like he had at the beginning of the race, but
yeah, Slim's still got quite a lot of work to do though. He's got again another 10 positions yet to get up to Dai. Yeah, so Slim's still got quite a lot of work to do yet. See what the top 2 do. Did they stay out? I think they will. I don't actually know what the tyre wear is around here. Ty is diving in. So Dai and Hunter K, they is diving into pits, and Energy Dan as well on the medium tyres, so he's coming into the pits. So pretty much everyone is coming into the pits, except from Paul. He's decided to stay out. The top 4 are in.
Dai switched to the mediums like you might expect from everyone else who's pitting.
Yeah, that is in for a new mediums as well, so he definitely has to come in once again. I don't think he can get to the end on these tyres anyway, so I think you're expecting him to stop him once again for the soft tyres at the end. Yeah, quite a lot of the field are in.
And it's also, I think, one of the fewest times you see everyone on the same tyre.
Yeah, everyone is, yeah.
After the pistols we have Slim in 10th and Dai in 3rd place. Now he's behind Gox, which isn't the easiest driver to pass. But Paul we have in the lead. And Hunter is right from the rear of Dai, so he might help his teammate out with overtaking him.
Everyone's made their pit stops now, and now they're just trying to catch up to the safety car.
Yes, and also now Shadow Lancer is going to be back in the race as he switched to the mediums. As he will be now the same strategy as everyone else pretty much is.
Yeah. Gox and Paul are the only ones who hasn't stopped, and they're on older medium tyres as well. So they won't struggle that much. Still seeing the shine on Gox's tyre. Only a little bit low. It's starting to fade, so probably about 15% worn, approximate, on the tyres at the moment from the top 2, so not much. You're going to lose about 2 to 5 tenths a lap at the moment. between the guys behind them. Only one penalty at the moment. Biff, the 3-second penalty. Track limits aren't that bad around here. Not as bad as Mexico like last week, where pretty much the whole field in every division got penalties. So yeah, track limits not really that bad around here as Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico is quite the worst if you look at tracks where it's easy to get penalties.
Yeah.
At Abu Dhabi it's also possible to get a penalty, but that's more to kind of cut the chicanes. Or do other stupid things, of course.
Yeah, obviously going wide as well, especially at the penultimate corner. But normally if you go wide at the penultimate corner you normally lose more time, just because it is easy to spin the car when you go wide there. You got exit at turn 1, you can go wide there as well. Exit at turn 3, you can also go wide there. Where else? Exit of this chicane, these guys are going up to now. If you go wide there as well, you could also get a penalty. And it's mainly because of people going wide that you probably will get the warning for. Because there's not really much high-speed corners except from turn 3. Yeah, that car's in the slow.
Yes, so Paul can take control of the field, decide when he wants to go. Hopefully not too late, as it can cause some mayhem, like we've seen in earlier races and earlier in the league, of course. And how is this gonna restart affect the drivers that are in championship condition? Will Hunter maybe put an attack on Dye, and how quick will Eric Slim go through the field? Those are things we will likely to know in the first few minutes. Safety car is in, and when decide Paul to go on the gas, right on the start finish straight, and something happened and the sign is out. Whoa, Paul is off. Luckily no damage, but Paul has lost the lead. But we have Darius.
Oh, what's happened to Dye? Why is he not dropped
whoa.
out for?
There's free wide there. Don't know what's going on.
So
here.
Dan's like, Hunter Case they'll take the lead. Dye somehow lost about 3 places. Dan's got past Dye as well. Hunter Case somehow got a brilliant start and now about 1.5 seconds ahead of the field. Got a battle going on between Sonic Hawk and Slim and MCFC. Nearly 3 wide going into this chicane right now. Slim going up into the inside. Sonic Hawk's trying to get the switchback move, but he can't because MCFC's there. So MCFC's going to get a better exit, which is going to catch Sonic Hawk out a bit. We've got a spin at the end. I think that's for him. I'm just in time. Yes, it is. Shadowlands are trying to make positions now between our Mindful Wasp and Biff. Again, can't really make much of it. So, yeah, really quite chaotic in the safety car restart. 2 seconds now the gap between Hunter K and Gogs.
Yeah, quite a hectic restart where I have some questions if did everyone did. Well, I think someone or a few overtook some drivers. But I think Paul didn't go first after the start finish line, but that's something with the stewards, I guess. Hunter is in the lead with a 2-second gap to Gox. Then Energy Dan is in 3rd place behind Gox, but he's on a different strategy.
Oh, championship's back on. Slim and Die right next to each other pretty much.
Yes.
Die now starting to make these gains. He knows that Slim is now right behind him, and his first move is on Energy Dan, trying to get Die bomb move on Dan. That's not going to work. Now Slim has pulled in that gap even more now. Under a second between these two now. That Die, he has to get past Dan. I know Dan's not easy to get past. He doesn't like getting overtaken.
Biff has crashed out coming out of the hairpin, so let's say he probably comes into the box. Oh, Slim didn't have a good exit, so Euribas is now right on his rear, but is he gonna overtake him? Slim is showing the inside to let him know that no pass being made here, so Slim stays in 5th place but has a gap to die. Oh, Gox made the mistake, and are there going to be moves made? We're going to be very brave to make a move around this place, but nothing's changing as we get to the hotel section. That engine is right on the gearbox of Gox.
Dan also wants to get past Gogs, because of course he's losing time to 100k. 3.7 seconds is now the gap between him and Gogs. Gogs will be very happy with this at the moment, because of course Gogs is on the older tyres compared to the guy behind him. We've got a yellow flag at the moment. I think that is for now Towery for MCFC. Yes, it is. And Biff is out as well.
That might be safety car. Yes.
We've got another safety car. So Gogs will be able to pit again. Well, Gogs will probably most likely will pit to go onto the medium tyres. So I don't think he enjoyed that the first 2 laps of that.
Yeah, it was a quite hectic period between the first and the second safety car. But we have got the championship battle back on with Dai in front of Eric Slim. And
yeah,
if it's
two laps is the difference on the tyre wear between Dai and Slim. Dai has a slight advantage of the tyre wear. 2 laps, I don't think really that will make a difference, especially because they were pretty much under safety cars as well, safety car conditions. So percentage between the tyre wear between them two, it won't be that much. Maybe like what, 2 to 5% probably be the difference. But yeah. Nice to see that the championship's back on once again.
Yes, and if it should stay like this with Dai finishing 4th and Slim in 5th, the Slim will be the champion by only 2 points.
Gox does decide to come in.
So let's see what kind of tire he puts on. I have a feeling that he is going to the soft, as he probably thinks there's going to be another safety car, and indeed there are softs, so he's going full attack on this end.
Yeah, we're going for that aggressive strategy there. Paul is also in. MCFC's actually out. Has he just retired? I think he has. Yes, he has.
Yeah, in a bit.
MCFC just retired. Okay.
Quite a way to do it, of course.
That's a 12. And Mr. Tyre is also in. I think he's actually gone back to medium tyres for different time.
Yeah, and he had also front wing damage, so that's I think why he pitted.
Okay. Gorks and Paul going for that aggressive strategy onto the soft tyres, of course.
And hopefully this strategy pays out for Cox and Paul. But our focus is at the front with Hunter at the front and Energy then closely followed. But then we have Dai and Slim. They are battling the whole season for that 1 crown which they can win today. And if not, one of them has to try it again next season when we move to the new game.
Yeah, so Hunter K can really help out his teammate here. As Shadowlancer's in P8 at the moment, and of course Hunter K is in front of the both championship contenders. One of them is his teammate of Slim, of course. So Hunter K might do him a favour, maybe, and back Dai up to Slim and get Slim to have a chance to have a go at Dai.
yes, we are gonna go racing probably at the next lap, as I'm just in time hasn't joined for this moment. And when we are back racing, then we are already halfway through this race. It goes quite quickly.
Oh, Dan nearly hits the back of Hunter Gay, but he gets away with it. I don't think it would. So yeah, well, he gets away with wind damage anyway. I'm just in time, but actually got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's the track limits, of course.
Also quite impressive to get the penalty.
Yeah,
when
actually
you're
going to the pits again as well. Gets it onto the soft tyres if he has come in again.
Another front wing.
And another front wing, so he did get front wing damage from somewhere. Okay.
Also quite questionable why he pitted for a new front wing. But
yeah, maybe trying to catch up to the pack as quickly as possible. Getting front wing damage at the same time. But he should still catch up to the field by the time the safety car comes in. We're pretty much halfway through now of the race.
yeah, where we already had some mayhem, especially at the previous restart, and hopefully this one is going to be a lot cleaner. But the safety car hasn't shown that he is going in, so the game's probably waiting on I'm just in time. So
it might be a late call here. Maybe not. Maybe it is staying up for another lap because I'm just in time hasn't caught up. I thought I'm just in time would catch up by the end of this lap, but he hasn't actually. But it looks like he is staying up for another lap.
yeah, it will be quite abrupt if the safety car says when I'm going in now, so everyone will be catched by a surprise.
I have seen a very late call from the safety car before, and it comes in straight away. So this says, no, yeah, it definitely is staying up for another lap now.
I think I'm just in time. Timed it completely well.
Yeah.
So then we'll be waiting for another 2 minutes when we can go.
So now Paul has now decided to come in.
I haven't got a clue why he picks when. Oh, it goes back to the mediums again.
Okay. Changing his strategy once again. Of course, he's already nearly back of the field, so he can obviously make that choice. He's only losing what, one place, so I'm just in time, and that's it.
Well, surely he can now go to the end on the mediums if it all stays green, of course. But
yeah, Sonic's already done 11 laps on his medium tyres, and they're not looking too bad at the moment. So yeah, by the looks of it, you can get to the end. Yeah, but you probably could do half distance of the race on medium tyres. So yeah, Paul probably looking to go to the end now. Probably not expecting another safety car.
finally, the safety car is going in this lap, so we will get finally in the back racing with Hunter having the fact that he can decide the when he wants to go. Will it be earlier than Paul did or as late as Paul did? So we got a lot of position change before the safety car or the start finish line, I should say. But he's backing the pack right up, and how is this gonna continue with the fight for the championship, but also the fight for the third place, of course. Safety car is now coming in. That's one Aston Martin less. Round the final corner. He's waiting. He now goes.
Now he goes. Dive with a great start. He's challenging Hunter K now for the lead. He goes wide, but yeah, great start from Dye there. He's up to second, nearly gets the lead from Slim's now there as well, trying to get it past Dan, but that's not going to work out. But yeah, great start from Dye. Yeah, brilliant reactions.
That was a big move in the chicane. Wow.
I think Slim saw that Dye was making moves on Dan, so he's like, right, I'm getting into the action. I have to get past Dan as soon as possible, otherwise he will pull away. So now Dye on the back of Hunter K. Hunter K maybe trying to do favours for his teammate now, trying to catch up. There's a bit of contact there, but I think he will get away with it. Maybe no, he will not. Side by side between these two.
And Angie then makes a move behind, but Dye probably wants to go into the lead, but onto the fence. Side by side they go into the chicane. And it looks like Dye is gonna be coming out of nowhere. Yes it is, and Slim directly moves into P2. So Dye first, Slim second, and Hunter third B. He has a hungry energy then behind him, but also Glass is really close.
Yeah, Hunter K pretty much just...
Whoa, energy then!
Whoa, okay, I don't really know what that kind of move was from Dan, but Dan has got away with it worse. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Hunter K kind of gave the position away too Slim, straight away as soon as Dye got past him. So yeah, 1-2 again between these two.
Cox got all but pushed into the wall by Mindful Wasp with overtaking around the outside, and he does it pretty well. So Cox on the softs is already in 5th place.
Yeah, so great start there from Gox.
Oh, Mindful Wasp with a big dive up, that's never what's gonna work out. So he's been spun around, and we'll rejoin the race from P10 as Cheryl Lance overtakes Sonocal for P7.
Yeah, so Dye is towards a second off from Slim. At this stage, Dye will be champion with about 12 laps to go.
Yes, and the gap is also 1.5 seconds. So once the DRS is being enabled, then Eric Slim can't use it. And he's really struggling with the traction coming out of these 90-degree corners, seems like.
Yeah. Dye seems to be struggling on the medium tyres compared to... No, sorry, Slim seems to be struggling on these medium tyres compared to Dye.
DRS has been enabled. And Gox has gained just a second over that lap to Glass.
Yeah, Gogs and on different time, but both on the soft tyres, so they'll be starting to look to make some moves. They are going to struggle towards the end of the Grand Prix if there is no more safety cars the rest of the race.
Oh, around the outside of the chicane, no!
The contact between Glass and Gogs. Glass is round.
Don't think Gox has made friends with that move, but fourth it is for him, so he can now focus to catch those in front.
Down just in time has the DRS on Gogs now. Oh no, he doesn't actually. He will on this DRS straight though.
Then he burned his battery completely to none. But it should have DRS now, but it's quite useless. It's quite useless at this point. But,
yeah. It will gain a little bit of time, but not as much as Paul has now got past Sonic Hawk for that P7 spot. Sonic Hawk on 14 now for medium tyres at the moment.
Yeah, and it looks like that's isn't doing him any favors from now on. Currently in 8th place, Sonical is. But Slim gets a 3-second time penalty.
Ooh. Now that is again huge between these two. So technically, Dai has now got a 4.5 second lead on Slim.
Yes, it is, and that it just seems like that Eric Slim is pushing too much to the limits and gets rewarded. Oh, he's bumped!
Oh no, Slim
He's off!
He's round again.
He's off, and
I think the pressure's getting to Slim. That's 2 mistakes now that he's made with the penalty as well. He's pretty much lost it at the same point twice. I think he's got away with ring damage, but
doesn't.
Advantage die once again. He's nearly run again, but he catches it. His tires are overheated at the moment.
But is his rear wing fine?
Maybe not. Aurelius is now going to try and make a move on Slim. It's just not going Slim's way today. I think the pressure is getting to Slim at the moment.
Yes, we are starting to think the same. As looks like it's going to be a double championship for Williams at this point, but we still have 10 laps left, and everything can happen to Dai, and also to the Shadow Lancer we were on board with, as he was getting passed by Paul on 3 laps old mediums. There was an 8 lap difference between them. So we now have Cox into 3rd place, so he will get that 3rd spot if stays like this, but he will get some trouble at the end of the soft if it all stays green, of course. But quite an eventful race for the season finale in GP4. And that isn't in the advantage to say for Eric Slim, who pits again, and will he retire or will he go to the soft?
Probably go to the softs. I don't think he should retire. The main reason being that this is his only opportunity really to get this championship lead. Again, safety cars can make the difference like it did last time at the early stages of Grand Prix. That's all he needs to get back into the championship once again is that safety car. But yeah, at the moment he's completely out of it if there's no safety car. But here comes Andres in time then on Gogs. And I think Andres in time makes the move pretty easy for that P3 position spot, but Gogs will now get the DRS going on the back straight, which will give him a chance once again to repass Andres in time for that P3 position. Andres in time gets a pretty good exit, and I think he will keep that P3.
Further back we have a battle for P7 between Uruglas and Sonical. I think they're both on quite old tires, but Sonical is on 16 lap old, so he must be shortly to his pit window.
Yeah.
But also we're going to have a fight for 2nd place with Hunter getting involved. But also I'm just in time on a penalty, 3-second time penalty. He got behind safety car quite surprisingly. But he is the man on the charts.
Yeah, I'm just in time now on the back of Hunter K. Oh,
Hunter!
Oh, how has he saved that? I don't know, but that has given Andres in time the chance now to maybe even take the lead in Grand Prix with about 8 laps to go. At this stage as well, Gogs will get that bronze medal in that 3rd position spot in the championship at the moment as well. But yeah, I'm just in time also with the 3-second penalty. The 2 guys, Shadow Lancer and Mindful Wasp, in the pits as well for soft tyres.
Slim goes back into the points with P9 with Shadowlands and Mindful Wasp currently petting. But that's not the thing he was hoping for, of course, as Hunter was his rear was stepping out. So he might get under threat from Gox, but Gox doesn't use his battery, so for now on it's Hunter in 3rd and Gox in 4th. Paul gets a penalty, that's not going to help him. I think, but Urglass is quite far away. So he's quite in a lonely pace, Paul is.
Yeah, so the only real battle really going on the track at the moment is for that P2 position between I'm Just In Time, Hunter K and Gogs. I'm Just In Time not really gaining on Die, so he's actually running out of time, not in time, at the moment.
Nice joke.
It's actually it kind of worked. Yeah, Hunter K is actually falling out the DRS now of Gogs. No, not sorry. I'm Just In Time. So Gogs will probably have the chance to get past Hunter K, but Hunter K now not getting any DRS from the Alfa Romeo in front of him.
Sonic finally has decided to pit and put on a fresh set of softs on after doing pretty much 20 laps on them. But here the battle for third between Hunter and Gogs, both on a different strategy of course, but Gogs is in a better tyre condition and will move up to third place like he has done now.
Yeah, so we're trying to chase down I'm Just In Time. I'm Just In Time is now starting to slowly catch Die. Die does seem to be stronger in Sector 3 at the moment. Not really... I'm Just In Time not really gaining as much time on Die. He's still got that 30-second penalty as well. So at this stage Gogs will move up to P2. I'm Just In Time probably moving down to P3 with that penalty of course.
I'm Just Time and Gogs are pitting, so that's going to be a new fresh soft.
Oh, that's come in. Same as I'm Just off. They both stopped. Okay, that's interesting then.
Yeah. So the gap is now 5 seconds for the lead. Oh, Gogs goes to the mediums again.
Maybe he didn't have a fresh set of softs, so he has to go into the mediums.
After 21 races, I still haven't got the clue what the racecraft of Gogs' strategy is. Normally he puts every set of softs on that's available to, but now he decides for the final race to put on a medium.
Yeah.
For the last 6 laps. But anyway, we are moving on, but we haven't got much battles to talk about.
No, not really. We got Paul at the moment chasing down Hunter K for that P2 position, of course, with Paul with the penalty. Gogs and I'm Just In Time will be starting to catch Glass, of course, on 14 lap old medium tyres. So he'll be starting to struggle quite a lot compared to the really fresh, new soft tyres, and moves going on towards the back of the field for that P9 position between Sonic Hawk and Shadow Lancer. Shadow Lancer getting past Sonic Hawk for that P9 position. But yeah, Die 5.5 seconds up on his time at the moment. Yeah, he's looking good so far with about 5 laps to go this race.
You're blessed.
Oh yeah.
So he doesn't think he can make it to the end, so he does go to the soft. But talking about tyre conditions, you should think Paul's in advantage with 7 laps younger mediums, and he moves indeed to second.
Yeah.
And wants now to make a gap to cover that 3-second time penalty.
Hunter K looking to get that better exit, but he's actually quite far behind Paul on the exit of that, but he's gaining on Paul, but I don't think it will be enough to swap positions, take a P2 position back. Of course it won't be, so Paul P2.
Yes, Paul finished, I believe, second in Saudi Arabia, won last week in Mexico after penalties, and is now in second again. So he's having a really strong end to this season. And
behind the back between, sorry to interrupt you, train game, but between Shadow Lancer and Sonic Gorg, they're having a break. A little scrap at the moment, going side by side through the chicane, and then Sonic Gorg takes that PA off Shadow Lancer. So Sonic Gorg up to P8 at the moment. Oreo Glass also right behind this battle. I'm just in time with the battle lap of the race so far as well.
yeah, it's a shame I missed that battle, but Shadowlands just lost the place to Sonic Owl, but also Uruglass has joined that party, and also Mindful What isn't that far away, but Axton gets another penalty, so I think it's
it's just going bad for us, right? Slim at the moment. This is not going his way anymore.
Yeah, and I think it could also be a loss of focus from this point on. As you won't imagine there's going to be another safety car from this point, and also if there's going to be a safety car, then there also has to happen a miracle. But going back to the battle for 8th place, we have Uruglass quite close to Shadow Lancer. He doesn't put on the move here, but maybe setting up for after this chicane.
Yeah. Shadow Lancer not getting a great exit either, so it's going to give Uruglass a great chance to get past Shadow Lancer now.
Ooh, contact? Oh, Uruglass got a penalty because of it.
But Shadow Lancer not really giving Uruglass any space whatsoever. So Uruglass getting that 3-second penalty, he probably will get that removed. Well, that warning anyway.
Don't think there will be much talk about for 1 point or less. But
yeah, as Paul is actually starting to pull the gap down to Dai. About 5.5 seconds it was at the moment. It's now down to 3.2. I don't think Dai would really care about that much. He's obviously on course to take that championship. Both championships as well, of course, constructors and drivers. Yeah, you probably can't see on his time that Slim is in P7. But yeah, Dai looking good.
yes, and hopefully Slim can have a really nice overtake at the end of the season, but he wanted to go around the outside of Energy Dam, but knowing Energy Dam, that's not gonna work out.
Yeah, Slim, he might get another chance now getting a DRS, but Dan gets a better exit, a lot better exit. He will pick up the 6th position.
Well, he breaks really late for those corners. As Uruglass, difficult name, gets past Shadowlands back for P9. And now he can put on his focus to Sonic Owl, and obviously need to defend.
Oh, he spun, Shadowlancer's spun. He's gone round. And he's now out the points. I don't really know what's happened there. I think he just touched the curb and he's gone round.
Yeah, or overtook the traction, maybe.
Yeah. So probably be a bit annoyed with himself there. But yeah, he will still come home to maybe get the constructors win. Which he thought he did last week, or the week before, something like that. It was actually last week he thought they took the ground, but they actually haven't. But yeah, 2 laps to go, and Williams will become the Season 10 Constructors Champions.
Now I saw an interesting thing, as Energy Dan didn't brake for the DRS, but run right at turn 3, and now he has the DRS on Eric Slim, so he might be in for a nice battle with him. As there is also a 3 laps difference between the tires in the advantage of Slim, and it does look like Slim has got this one. But if Energy Dan stays in the 3 seconds, then His 6th place is for him. As you might think, Gox is too far away, but he also hasn't got a penalty. As Euroglass now moves up to 8th place. So it's a good sprint at the end for the McLaren driver, the only McLaren in this race, after beating Sign crashed out. But we might be in for a final lap battle between Dai and Paul.
Yeah, it's getting really close between them two at the moment. But with Dai, if I was Dai, I would, and Paul really wanted to get past, I would just let him go through. I would not want to be in a fight at this stage. Obviously, because you don't really want to take any risks at this stage now. You're pretty much won the Drivers' Champion if you keep it clean and, you know, focus on your own driving. I think that's all Dai needs to do now, is just focus on himself, no one else. If Paul gets past him, that shouldn't bother him. That's Paul Miller, isn't it, as well? Which then gives Dai a chance to pull away. Yeah, Dai at this stage should just focus on himself. That's all he needs to do.
Oh, Dai loses it loses it. Great English.
Oh, that was a scary moment there for Dai. I don't think he would have minded that he lost that lead there from Paul. Well, in a way maybe, because he's now just lost that win. But again, he's probably going to be coming. Well, Paul's got a 3-second penalty, so if he can just stay in there, he can still get that win, of course.
We also might be in for a battle for 3rd place between Hunter and I'm Just in Time. They are on the same amount of penalties, both 3 seconds. But I'm Just in Time has the advantage of the youngest set of soft. So can he put it together and finish the season on the podium?
Yeah.
Well, if can Paul manage this, he might get over the win. It's only half a second he needs to find.
Oh, Dai is starting to struggle big time now on his tyres. He's nearly lost it again at that chicane. Yeah, so he's really struggling now on his tyres.
I think we can say 20 laps is really the maximum you could do on this set.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
I'm Just in Time overtakes Dai, as he was just a sitting duck with that old 20 lap old tyres. So he's up to 3rd place.
So Dai weaving on the straight, looks like he is starting to celebrate now. He thinks he has got it in the bag, but you shouldn't celebrate too early, because again, anything can happen. In sector 3, you know, something maybe can happen. There's no one around him at the moment, but you can still lose it, of course.
Hunter come back 3rd place.
Oh yeah, so he's obviously got the DRS down the back straight. Dai is about to cross the line, train game.
Yes, we are moving on, as Paul is going to be your race winner. So he does 2 wins in a row, but your GP4 champion for Speed Force Racing is going to be Dai 36. Congratulations with your achievement. Hunter holds off I'm Just in Time to finish in 3rd place on 20 lap mediums. I'm Just in Time just misses out on podium in 4th, Gox 5th, Energy then 6th, Euroglass will finish in 7th as Slim has dropped it, so it's a really painful race for him. Sonic Dow actually jumps up to P7 with Euroglass to P8. Mindful was 9th as he is letting a Shadowlancer go for P9, so he will finish in P9. Mindful was 10 and no points for Eric Slim in the final race of the season. So he will finish in 2nd place in the GP4 division.
And Williams are also the Constructor Champions as well.
So a double victory for Williams, a perfect season for Dai 36 and Shadowlancer, with Dai winning 6 races of the 21. So that's almost 1/3 of the whole season. He didn't got that 7th win. That was going to Paul, who was on 2 races in a row where he won at, and 3 podiums at least in the last 3 races. So he's having a good mood going into the break. But one final time through the results from round 21 of the Speedforce Racing Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have Paul winning the race in front of Dai, your GP4 champion, and Hunter. I'm just in time will finish in 4th place with the fast lap. 5th is Gox, 6th Energy Dan, he started also from 6th. 7th Sonical, 8th Euroglass, 9th Shadowlands, and 10th is Mindful Wasp. Outside the points are Eric Slim, Kaya, and the drivers who didn't cross the line at the Yes Marina track are MCFC, Biff, Unbeaten Sign, Ryan Van Dil, and Rahonosaurus only got through 5 corners. The top 3 is getting invited by Mansell, so hopefully we can talk to Dai, who usually joins us.
Yeah, you just gotta add Hunter K, and that'll be everyone.
So once we are to the showroom, we are not going to put in on the winning car today, which is the Ferrari of course, but to the championship winning car, which is the Williams. Our champion has joined us, Dai 36.
Hi mate, how you doing?
I'm good, but I think you must be feeling fantastic after you just won the GP4 champion. What's going through your mind all right now?
Yeah, cheers mate. First of all, we were completely focused on winning constructors. Shadow, my teammate, he's been dead set on us winning it. So we thought we won it last week. Obviously, it was a bit of we jumped the gun a bit. We were a bit confused with the table, but yeah, just glad we could win it tonight. If we can we get Shadow Lancer in here, because he's a champion.
Yep, I can invite him in now.
Bro, cheers. Yeah, but yeah, just great. I mean, yo, it's what we both wanted. In terms of drivers, I think we couldn't argue really if me or Slim won it. It's like every time I've raced him, it's been clean wheel to wheel. We've been really close to. I think we've finished races like tenths apart 3 or 4 times this season. It's been really tough fun. He's been clean as whistle all season, to be fair. So yeah, it's been a great season. It's been thoroughly entertaining.
And when Eric Slim crashed out twice in the race, were you comfortable, or was it a little bit sad, as you probably maybe would have liked that you could have battled with him?
It's official this time.
yeah, champions now, Tom. Well done.
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, too.
Yeah.
It's mainly you that did the work.
Oh no, I mean you finished like top 6. You finished ahead of race winners in the title, so in the championship even. So yeah, you've bagged a lot of points for us. In terms of Slim train, so yeah, obviously crashed the first time, but I could see that little green dot was still moving on the radar. So I was, yeah, you know how things can go. There's always safety cars in this league. I think we've had 1 safety car free race. That was in Battle Jump. So I knew it wasn't the end of the fight. And lo and behold, he ended up right behind me. I think I was sandwiched between him and Hunter at one point. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was. And obviously, I knew I still had his teammate ahead of me. He was always going to defend hard. So yeah, just trying to get through them and Dan unscathed was a tough task, because Dan defends to the edge as well. So yeah, some tough guys to pass to. That was Dai, so congratulations on your championship victory, as you're now been added to a big list of the champions of Speedforce Racing, so congratulations. Thanks a lot, mate, thanks a lot. And to Tom, I hope Tom gets added to the champions, because he's a champion too.
well, as a team champion, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to win the drivers' championship first. And knowing me, it's probably gonna take me about 15 seasons for me to achieve that.
I think it's only fair though. In the constructors, they named the two
Yeah.
drivers for the team. So yeah, but yeah, thanks a lot. Anyway, it's been great season, and a great race to finish here. Paul was absolutely rapid, by the way. I gotta say congratulations to him. He obviously won the race. Let's not forget that. But yeah, once he got past me, I just needed to bring the car home. And it was I was never going to keep within 3 seconds of him. So he was just so much pace to him.
The rest of the podium didn't join us, so we will talk to your teammate, which is Shadow Lancer, who will also be added to the list of champions for Speed Force Racing League. Well, Shadow, you had a bit of a difficult race. It wasn't going your way at any point of the race, but can you just explain how great it feels to now officially have that Constructors Championship?
Yeah, thankfully there's going to be no standings error this time. Nah, but in all seriousness, it feels great. I think it makes up for season 8, especially considering how poorly I've ended that season. But honestly, I think tonight, it was definitely one of those races where where everything just goes against you. It just went against me, that race. But I felt a little bit more at ease though with Di being up front. I don't think we would have won this constructors if it wasn't for him. So yeah, I owed him. But also I want to give a shout out to Slim and Hunter, because that was a great constructors fight, and they taken it to the last round. It's been a pleasure to share the track with both of them, and hopefully, it all depends on what happens after pre-season and in season 11. But yeah, I just hope to get to share the track with them again next season, at least.
Who knows if you two are going to defend the achievements you made this year. So this was GP4 division, and Mansell, do you have any questions for the Williams team?
No, not really. Congratulations to them both for, of course, the drivers and constructors. Shadow Lancer, you finally done it! Woohoo! You finally a constructors championship winner.
Yeah, and honestly, next season, no matter which division I'm in, I'm staying at Williams. That's my pre-season announcement plan. This is one thing I'm gonna have planned for season 11. We've won our first constructors in GP4, but our work isn't done yet. Yeah. On to season 11.
Yeah, you'll be the season 11 champion, drivers champion next season. Yeah. Well, anyway, well done to them both. Yeah, depending on GP2. It's been a pleasure commentating on this game, and yeah, bring on 22.
Yes, and this is now the final word for this season for GP4. I want to thank all the drivers for making it an exciting GP4 season to commentate on. Thanks for sharing the comments with me, Mansell. At least someone helped me out this season. And
You're very welcome.
And tomorrow we have GP3, and if it's going ahead, we also have the GP2 race coming up. But from now on, enjoy your nights, and we will see the GP4 drivers at F1 2022. So have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next season.